No Nuts November is now over, so it is now the perfect time to make a nut farm. And I'll show you how to do it. These are the ingredients you need for the nut farm. Okay, to start off with, we want to take the basic stuff to make a tree farm. And then along with a bunch of cracked nuts. You need to make sure your nuts are cracked through the millstone. You just crush them, crush your nuts in the millstone, and that's how you get cracked nuts. Okay, so first of all, place the windmill bearing, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this should now... Oh right, you also need glue. Boop. So now this should rotate. Perfect. Now you need is to place this here along with all 8 mechanical saws. 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure this is all glued together. That glue? There we go. And then get your deployers. Make sure the shaft is facing into the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can also make... You don't have to use wool, you can use the windmill... Whatchamacallit? If I could actually type. You could use windmill sails instead of using wool, but I'm using wool because I think it would be it's easier to get. Anyway, you then need to place portable storage right there. Actually, you may also want to get some extra chests. My bad. Probably want... It doesn't matter how many, you can put... As long as you have a chest, it doesn't matter. Chest or a barrel or any form of storage, it doesn't matter. And then make sure this is all glued on. And we'll see. Oh, this isn't glued on. There we go. Now this is all rotating perfectly. Now it's time for the... Well, actually let's make sure they can all place nuts. So with this you want to make sure you have the nut you want most at the far end and the nut you want the least next to the wall. So in my opinion, almonds aren't that nice. And then pecans, cashews, hazelnuts, macadamia. Need to see which ones I've put down. Pistachio? I don't think I'll put down pistachio. Peanuts. And walnuts. Is this 8? Ah, there we go. Okay. There's an extra one in there. Didn't need that. So now you've got all of them down, you can then just put these nuts into the chest inside here. And that is the tree farm complete. Now it's on to the nut part. The main part which makes it difficult. So first of all, get your portable storage interface and stick it there. And we get brass funnel here, and it instantly, before we do anything, we want to make sure this has cracked nut in here. Make sure it is tagged hashtag garnished cracked nuts. And then you add opposite attribute to the list. And you click tick. This makes sure no crushed nuts get out. Then what you want to do is have a shaft here. Get a random block. It doesn't matter. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 6th one, you want to put a shaft. And then you just connect it with a belt. Once that's done, you want to make sure you have one space open here, and then you put brass funnel there and a brass funnel there. And then you also want to add 2 shafts, not like that. Oh, that's not what's supposed to happen. What is supposed to happen? That's not what I want to happen. You want to crouch, place a shaft there, and place a shaft there. Make sure it doesn't go in that, because that's annoying, and you don't want it to go there. Then for these belts, you want to make sure there's a gap here, and then place one shaft there and another shaft there, and then just connect the belts. Ooh, there we go. Now we're on to this. We want to make sure we have the list filter and the attribute filter. So the attribute filter, for the list filter, we want to put in the nut log, oak saplings, apple, and I think stick is the last thing you want. And then you click done, and you place that on there. And for this, you just want to go and choose nuts and add attribute. Wait, ooh, no, wrong attribute. You want to grab the nut, grab your nuts, and is tagged with garnished nuts, and then add attribute, and place that on that side and on that side. You also want to get your chests and place it like that, and add a brass funnel there. Now you're going to have one last belt. Make sure you're crouching, and you place it one shaft here, another shaft here, or just any block there, so you can place another shaft here, and you remove this shaft. And you place the belts here. Next thing you want is a depot. You place the depot here, and you have another funnel facing that way. Let me get a wrench. So make sure this one is facing out and this one's going in. I don't believe there needs to be anything on that. Next, grab your millstone and place it here, along with 3 more brass funnels, one on this side, one on that side, and one on the chest. The one on the chest should be facing that, like that. And that should be all that needs done, no filters into there. Place a shaft here, and then get 2 gearboxes, one there and one there. Get an encased chain drive, and place one here, and another one facing up like so. Then get a cog, and place it there. So put the shaft there, get another shaft and place it here. Grab a gearbox, place the gearbox here. Then get a large cog and place the large cog there, along with your speedometer, or not speedometer, speed controller, and place the speed controller like that. Okay. You also want to get your last two out of 3 funnels. Place get a temporary block, place it here, and just place the funnels alongside there. And this is where you will have your storage chests. So this would be for the wood and stuff, and this would be for the nuts. You can do whatever you want with these. I will not judge. That is your choice, and I don't care. But what I do care about is how your nut farm operates. So, one of the last things you need is portable storage interface. Your last portable storage interface. Place that here. Make sure it faces that way. Get your last funnel. Place that on the bottom, and get your attribute filter. Make sure it's cleared. And this time you want to get the cracked nuts, and is tagged cracked nuts. And you click OK. And you place that in there. Then you want to get your sand. That's not sand. Get your sand. And get your cacti, your cactus. Place that there. Now all you need to do, what you should need to do, is actually get some more chain drives. Like so. And then make these ones. Ooh. Like. Do it like that. Really, it doesn't matter as long as your power source is going into this part of the speed controller. It doesn't matter this part, but I'm just gonna show you something you can do. It's pretty simple. You get your water wheel, and then you get some water. Place it like this. Make sure it's going that way. Oh, place a shaft there. Now everything should be linked up. You also may want to increase the speed to, say, 64 RPM. There we go. So now we get the cracked nuts, just get 64 of them. And we will start placing the nuts. And it will go around like this. Now for the explanation. Hopefully there will still be some nut left. Obviously there should be with the almonds, because I'm pretty sure, or the pecans even. Okay, this is placing a bit odd. But as long as there's an almond, it should be fine. So we just wait for the whole system to do one rotation. You can see here, it's going to start mining the tree. Now all of that is now in here. Perfect. So the thing is, the trick to this farm is that it doesn't use every part of the circle. As you see here, it should now link to here, and all excess nuts are now, excess cracked nuts should be getting destroyed by the cactus. And now everything goes here, and the nuts should split off. So there's some nuts in here, there's a pistachio in there, and then the rest of the pistachio is getting crushed into here. Now you want to make sure that if you want to make your own design, something I found is that if you have the crushed nuts, the excess crushed nuts getting taken out here, then all of the crushed nuts that's getting sent into the windmill will then get drawn back out and destroyed, or disposed of whatever you're doing with the excess crushed nuts. So what you want is to have the crushed nut deposit right here, so it doesn't mess with the whole thing and just have an infinite loop until you get no nuts left in the windmill. The reason why I didn't put the portable storage interface here is because it needs one gap between each portable storage interface on the machine and on the windmill. And this just doesn't give enough gaps. I tried putting it here, however, it would only stop at one of these. So placing it here was the perfect place. But it does have a drawback in that every spot here does not get a nut. So now that you've got your nut farm complete, you can then continue to do whatever you want with your storage system. Make these nuts go off to make any nutty thing you want. Some garnish and whatever other food you want to use nuts for. And anything you want. The logs and apples, maybe you want apples for another. For honeyed apples, it's good option for honeyed apples. You can just take what you need out, and it's all fine. In addition, you could also edit this part. You could maybe put this here, say split apples off, go on that way, just to make it. Or you could even add another funnel here. However, if you add another funnel here, make sure you put some random thing that won't be picked up by the farm in this spot. Like, just put a brass tunnel into that slot. Otherwise, unwanted items will go into here and it would just go into a loop, and you do not want that.